as we're underway in Week 13.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
So here's the first drive now for the Jags.
And they're led out by the fourth-year man out of Duke, and that's Daniel Jones.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the one interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets. And bottom line, how do they get a win?
Jones.
And incomplete to open things up. They'll try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Now, this defense for the Lions, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Jones. Open man is the tight end, John Bates.
Throwing Jones. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
A first carry for the Canadian-born Chuba Hubbard.
And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard.
They'll try and run for this with Hubbard.
And he's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down.
Down, Daniel Jones exits, and the kicker, Albert Rosas, enters.
On the left hash, this from 48 yards. And that hits the right upright and caroms away. It's no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. So plenty of leg, but it's the accuracy there that lets him down.
Yeah, he hit it really well. I think this might have been good from 55. But you'll see it just conk off that upright, and they're denied a chance at 3 points.
Detroit's offense ready to take over.
So the missed field goal, and now they're in great shape. They'll start at the 38.
Now Willis on 1st and 10. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts.
And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
And nowhere to run for Willis. He goes down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Let's see here, Charles. He was sacked 6 times last week. Now a first-quarter sack. What's going on in his mind?
Well, he's thinking to himself, 5 offensive linemen. I got sacked 6 times last week. Let's start thinking about keeping extra people in. Tight end stays in. If I have a fullback or the running back, they stay in and help me block. Maybe not as many receivers in a pattern. Anything to try and slow down that pass rush.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. A first carry for Rachaad White. A broken tackle on the run, and then just on the other side of midfield, they get to it. On 3rd down, it's Willis. He'll fight his man, Laviska Shenault. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 32-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
That certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Willis looking to throw on 1st down. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Trey Hendrickson make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback, because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the first down sack. Willis, and this is incomplete. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Here's Willis, 3rd and long. Now he's flushed out right. It's grabbed over the middle by White. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Hook up of 15 yards there, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, don't tell any defensive coordinator I played for, but that might be considered a win for both teams, because defensively they stopped them short and forced the 4th down. But offensively, they picked up enough yards to give their kicker a better shot, if that's what they want to do.
Now to try the field goal, here's Daniel Carlson. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. The kick by Carlson is good, and the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead. So a pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the 2nd time here in this game. Yeah, they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week. And you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
The numbers for Zeke from last week. 18 carries, 76 yards.
A key component of his team's offense. He will certainly stay in that role if he keeps producing like this each week. Expect him to make a run and not only matching, but exceeding those numbers as this one goes on.
Now Jones. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the Lions are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They begin the drive on the ground. It's White. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. The numbers for White a week ago. 14 carries, 61 yards.
That's a very nice winning streak that they're on, and they've really seen this offense come into its own as a unit. And one of the keys is that the ground game has been established, and it's keeping the defense honest near the line of scrimmage. Sometimes that leads to huge games for him. Other times, he plays a complementary role to someone else. But however it's getting done, they're winning week after week.
23 yards the pickup there. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. On first down, Willis. On the left side. Now the ball comes loose. And the Jags grab it. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you've got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Following the fumble recovery, Jones. He'll get this to Elliott. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. To throw again on second down. Jones. He's going to find his tight end Boyle. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
A good pickup there, 26 yards.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they've put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 35-yard line. Up the middle, here's Elliott. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. Quickly a slant to Renfro. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 20-yard line. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
The Jags with their first opportunity in the red zone. First and 10 right at the 20. It's a jet sweep. This is Renfro. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Throwing on second down. Jones, complete. Jefferson to target. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Operating from the gun, Jones. He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfro. And the Jaguars are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Buying time to his... And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
first down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Back to throw. Jones. Renfro bringing it in over the middle. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed. They catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while, but when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Offense heading back out, and with them comes Rachaad White.
And Charles, he's a rookie. He's put it on the ground once, maybe defensively. Now they're saying, okay, we can get this young buck to cough it up 2, 3 times. He's got to be careful here.
Yeah, they do tend to zero in on the young runners because once one comes out, as you noted, you think there's an opportunity for more. This is where you have to get with that guy and say, all right, they're going to come after you, but we believe in your talents. Take care of the football, and let's go.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Able to complete this to Chenault. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. The Lions had 5 and 6 to start play. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. 1st and 10, it's Willis.
He completes it right side to White. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
2nd down, Willis looks to throw here.
Flush to his right.
Open man downfield is Waddle. He's got it.
And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
27 yards there, a 1st down.
And that's a nice throw right there. And I'll tell you what I've seen in recent times and actually watched a presentation in the offseason from a college offensive coordinator. Showed about 10 different drills that he runs with his quarterbacks to show them how to get out of the pocket, how to get comfortable when they're doing so, and to make plays under that type of duress. That's an example of what we're seeing in the colleges delivered to the NFL.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Willis wants to pass it again. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1. Well, when you've got a quarterback like this dead to rights, you got to make sure to wrap up. Instead, though, he breaks free and off he goes.
Yeah, and at the risk of sounding just a little bit trite, this is just a tackle that needs to be made. It's one thing when you've got a bruising 230-pound running back coming your way, but when it's a quarterback who's running for his life, your teammates will tell you, you've got to get him on the ground.
Willis on 3rd and 1. Got a man, it's Waddle, complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 12-yard line. They only needed 1 yard on 3rd down. They get 10 instead by going to the air. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
Now Willis on 1st and 10. Here's White. They set up the screen. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me, good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
3rd down, it's Willis. This is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
The kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here. White. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. Look at this, a tight end carry. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. Willis on 3rd and goal. Touchdown! Kyle Pitts, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Lions have moved out in front. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting runs, so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, they had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Jaguars again ready to take over on offense. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jones. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. Throwing Jones. And incomplete on the deep ball.
The officials turns into an incompletion, and that should get him off the field with a 3 and out.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return, and the Lions will take over. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. 1st and 10, Willis. Over the middle and complete to Waddle. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. On 2nd down, they'll run with White. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the 1st down. They love being physical.
They go right back to White here on first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Willis looking to throw on first down. Right back to Jalen Waddle for another catch. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3.
2nd down and 3. Now back to the ground game with White. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They got a nice little drive brewing right here.
First and 10 at the 10-yard line.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. To the air on first down. Here's Willis. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you.
And in for the Lions touchdown. Jalen Waddle from 10 yards out. And the Lions go up by 2 touchdowns.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. Carlson now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it was finished off by a Jalen Waddle touchdown. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return, and it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Jalen Waddle, the speedster wide receiver, brings out this offense, making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defenses, getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down at 6. Now Willis. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. Now Willis on third down. Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 27 yards there on a very nice third down conversion. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a timeout signal for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. Carlson able to put this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
Taken in at the 3. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we've reached halftime here in Detroit with the Lions out on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things definitely getting interesting around the NFL as we begin the month of December. So let's get right to it. We'll get started.
Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter. All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Well, you don't expect too many quarterbacks to be adept at breaking away from would-be tacklers, but this is uncommonly good right here as he's able to get away.
Yeah, and this defense has had its share of problems getting guys to the ground, and here's another example. They never should have allowed this play to gain as many yards as it did, but poor tackling early in the play led to big yardage after the fact.
They run straight ahead here with White, and they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. To the air on first down. Here's Willis. That's going to be caught by Waddle. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. His first catch of this third quarter, he had 7 in the first half. It's also a first down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Now Willis on 1st and 10. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. From midfield now on 2nd down. Willis. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Galladay. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 33. A nice pickup of 17 yards.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Running out of the gun with White. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They run the draw play. This is White. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Willis to throw. That'll be caught right side. Chenault with it. And out of bounds right around the 20. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5. 3rd and 4, he did just enough. I mean, just enough to move the chains.
And that's all you're looking for, right? Just want to keep the drive moving. You don't need the big play there. Just get to that marker that you described, and he was able to do just that.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when he decided not to throw it on first down. But give them credit, they recovered in time to deny him the first down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short, so that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. 55 rushing yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. Well, lots of praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Back to throw, Willis. Being chased out left. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Malik Willis taking it in for 2 yards out. And the Lions take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. He continues to show at this level that he can not only pass for touchdowns, he can run for touchdowns.
Not the first time we've seen this, because this young guy, he really makes it happen. So what that tells me is the book on him has to change. You got to now plan for those legs as well as him throwing the football.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is now 24. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it was Malik Willis who took it in himself to cap things off. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. Now Jones. Complete. Jefferson to target. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jones looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Jones got his man complete over the middle. It's Watkins. And he will have a Jaguars first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. Dancing to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
That's the 2nd sack of the game. The best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Operating from the gun, Jones. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And that will come the offense as they take over. And Detroit getting set to go now. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass. Defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit with play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. On the draw, here's White. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, a run from White. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. 68 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On 1st down, Willis. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole.
A 3-yard gain brings up 2nd and 7.
Now they'll look to Willis to throw. Connection made with Chenault. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. 1st and 10, it's Willis. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on 1st down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now they'll look to Willis to pass it here. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. On 3rd down, it's Willis. Got a man, it's Waddle, complete. Touchdown! Jalen Waddle with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Lions are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter.
And remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
And 3 touchdown passes. You're right, he looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, we keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Taking it about the 1. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones. And this is caught by Watkins.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Jones now on 1st and 10. They'll set up the screen to Elliott.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
On 2nd down, Elliott.
And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line.
Throwing, Jones. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hockenson. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Throwing again on 2nd down, Jones. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Now Jones from the gun on 3rd down.
And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
Checks this down to Hubbard.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. Draw play, Elliott. And he's going to have a gain of 11 to the 11 before he's brought down. 1st and 10. Jones on 1st down.
Middle of the field to Jefferson.
Touchdown, Jaguars.
Justin Jefferson.
An 11-yard touchdown.
And the Jaguars are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter.
Rosas good with the extra point. And the lead is down to 24. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away.
This taken in at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Detroit's offense ready to take over. They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
It certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted. So they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
3rd down, it's Willis. Open man is Waddle, complete.
And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. Only able to gain a couple there. And that's going to make it 4th down. Here comes the Lions punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. Fair catch signal for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Here's Jones, throwing to start the drive. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end.
Jones pass, complete to T.J. Wilson. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and
To throw again on 2nd down. Jones, he's going to look deep for Watkins. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the Lions are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
when I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
So here come the Lions now. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. They'll start the drive with a give to White. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup.
They stay on the ground with White. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Willis looking to throw it. Forced out to his left. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Haven't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder if he wasn't a first-round pick. They want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the first down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would have tried running through their entire defense if it meant reaching that marker.
First down, here's White. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Second down, Willis looks to throw here. Oh, I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
It's now 3rd down and 9 yards to go.
Now Willis. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Brandon, you know I'm all about quarterbacks protecting themselves, but I have to admit it. I liked what I just saw there. That rookie wasn't afraid of absorbing a big hit. Now, you don't want to see him taking those shots all game long, but he picked up the first down, kept fighting for yards, and was willing to embrace some contact to keep the play moving.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Delay of game, offense.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Still first down.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. They keep it on the ground. White again. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Daniel Carlson on for the field goal. A 58-yard attempt.
And that is no good. Oh, he missed it just wide of the upright. And this will stay a 3-score game at 24.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock.
Jones throw pulled in by Renfro.
And he goes down at the 26. A pickup of 13, and that last play began at the 13. First down. Back to throw again. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
We're going back to the same well. It's Hockenson again.
So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions. And this coaching staff, CD, I think you'd agree, pleased with this overall effort.
I think they're more than pleased, right?